Don't get anxious. Get prepared. Welcome to the Career Engineer and Friends presents the Career Life and Business Show. Our purpose and promise to you is to deliver career, life, and business solutions that maximizes your potential, minimizes your competition with bottom line solutions that work. Are you ready to make Monday mornings better? Stay focused. The next 30 minutes will change your career, life, and business. Welcome to TCE and Friends presents the Career Life and Business Show. I'm your host, Francina Harrison, the Career Engineer, and I want to introduce you to our friends. We have...
I'm Tamala Stuman, CEO of SpaEpicure.com.
Opal Cooper, a proud sponsor of TCE 1000 Partners.
Excellent.
Hi, I'm Tammy Freeman, the lifestyle entrepreneur. I'm founder and CEO of Synergy Group LLC.
I want to thank all of you for being here. It's going to be an exciting show. Our focus today is simply this: define yourself or be defined. I'll say it again: define yourself or be defined. Bottom line is all about branding. And we want folks to be empowered in their branding, in their career, their life, and their business. And the show today is focused on that, and each of our friends is going to share their points of view on how you can get empowered to define yourself or be defined. Let me first give a little bit of where that came from. Years ago, back in the day, I used to work in prison. I often joke I used to be in prison, but I did work there, so it was a little different story. But one thing that helped from one inmate to one convict was the thing about define yourself or be defined. The fellows who were making it happen learned how to define themselves or be defined. We want to make sure folks know who they are, what they bring, and on Monday morning know what they need to do to rock and roll. But it's all about branding. Now, everybody's reading the news, USA Today and all these other things online. We all know what the economy is doing. You know, people are losing jobs left and right. In fact, we're averaging about 80,000 jobs gone per month. The first quarter, that's what's been going on. I just can't wait till the summer stats come up, okay? So these things are happening. Businesses, there are businesses that are losing money, and there are businesses that are making money. And I bet you how they're branding themselves makes a difference. And that's what we want to talk about today. Before we got involved in our little chair thing here, we were talking about branding, okay? We were talking about some great things that came up. And I think what I'd like to do is maybe let me start with Tammy on the end, because your business is all about marketing success.
Absolutely.
All about marketing success. So particularly for those business owners, and I'd like to thank again Opal for being here. She's one of our TC 1000 partners and a new business owner coming up around the ranks. So you are in a powerful position right now, lady, sitting next to Miss Tammy. Okay, Tammy, let's talk about define yourself or be defined in branding with business owners.
Well, for the new business owner, the first thing they have to do is, no matter how small your budget is, you have to go for quality. And I always see business cards that are flimsy, poor cardstock. You can work from home, but do not appear homemade. You have to appear like you are a big business, and you can work, from your den, your office at home. It doesn't matter, but you have to appear like you have that big business facade and put that out. So that's crucial for the new business, especially when they're doing a lot of things themselves, and they may not have the expertise to build websites or to create business cards and brochures. So they're doing it homemade. So if you do go homemade, make sure that it's quality, make sure that it's professional. And it's always better to pay a professional to do a professional job than to do a shabby job yourself. Because even when you're not there, people will see your business cards, they will see your brochure, and they will make a decision based off of what they see. And if they don't like what they see and they don't think that you're a professional, they will not call you. So you have to do that. That's number one. That's for the starting out business owner, the newbie, the neophyte.
The neophyte.
Neophyte.
I love these little. First, I like what you said. You can work for home, but you don't have to be homemade. That's a TCE push-up moment right there. I got to give you credit on that one. And neophyte, continue. Share more with us.
For the existing business, the key is to position yourself as an expert in your field, because you have to build credibility and trust with your audience. We will not buy from someone who we do not like and who we do not trust. It's all about building relationships. And the way to do that is to position yourself as an expert and to provide useful information to your clients and your potential clients. And in that way, they see you as an expert and say, hey, they really know what they're talking about. Let me give them a call, because apparently they have what I need. And I don't know if you've ever been to a seminar or a conference, and these people will get up there and they'll have this great speech, and they'll have this, this one-time offer. And people will get up and run to the back of the room.
Oh, yeah.
It's called back of the room sales. how do they do that? They've branded themselves as the expert, and they've made people believe, and they have projected, the perception that people cannot leave out of there without that information that they have. And people will literally get up and run to the bathroom. And that's powerful branding. And that, again, comes from positioning yourself as an expert in your field. So those are two things.
That's awesome. I definitely know we're going to, I mean, wasn't that a mouthful? That was a mouthful.
Yes.
But the homemade thing, I'm going to be stuck on that for a while. Now, and what I'm going to do is go to the other end, and I'm going to, then Opal, I think that was about you as a new business owner, got some good meat from that. Tam, we were talking about the branding on the personal side.
Okay, well, you know, I'm actually really passionate about this because personal branding is just like business branding. And really what it boils down to is, what do you want to be known as? If you want to know what your brand is, ask 5-10 people that know you, that are friends, co-workers, or people, you know, that you are getting to know. Ask them to describe you in one word. Because your brand has nothing to do with who you think you are. Your brand is how other people see you.
Oh, hold. Repeat that. That's another tea. That's almost like the homemade business thing over there. It has nothing to do with how you see you.
Nothing to do with how you see yourself. Branding is all about how other people see you.
Nice.
And so what that means is you do get to influence that, but you influence that through your actions.
Love
you know,
it.
if you want to be known as someone that can be counted on, then you make sure that you always follow through on what you say you are and what you say you're going to do.
Love
If
it.
you want to be known as fun, you can't go sit in the corner and, you know, not speak to people. You have to open your mouth, you have to share, and you have to be consistent. And what you think about yourself comes through your actions, and then people perceive those actions and help that, use that to form your brand and who they think you are.
So under this whole define yourself or be defined, we talk on a professional basis, the business owner. Tammy gave some awesome things folks can do, you know. Be the expert of your industry, and if you are homemade, don't look like it, you know. Take it up a notch.
That's right.
On the personal side, look how interesting. It's not what you think about you that's important. It's what you're doing out there, and then what others say. So you said a one-word test? All right, Opal, in one word, describe me. What's my brand?
Francina, push up.
I love it.
And why I say push up, because being around Francina, she pushes you, and I'm not sure that's the original reason you came up with that
Push
word,
up.
push up. But it's just who you are. You motivate. You push people forward. You cause them to expand and just want to be motivated. And the first time meeting you and being a part of the TCE group is because of that. I just felt motivated to be pushed forward, and it pushed me into trying to define me as a person and start working on my personal business.
So is my branding working?
Your branding
Yes,
is
it
working.
is.
All right, well, Opal, and I wanted to see the test, see how that worked and how powerful that. And what you said is confirmation. So on the personal branding and the business branding, it's working. I want the world to know who Opal is. You're one of our TCE 1000 partners. Okay, you're one of the reasons that we're here on the TV show. Let's give Opal one of her little yay! Okay. You're also a TCE network member, but we're talking about branding as an individual in your career, life, or business. We got the business side. You're a real person, you know, with all that you've heard between what Tam was saying and Tammy. Give us your take as one of our TC 1000 partners we want to put on TV today, talking about branding. Yeah, how is this impacting you and your future endeavors?
Well, it really causes me to really start doing like a scan of myself. And so far, just by what Tammy has said and Tam has said, and yourself, I define myself as the gem. And Opal, I know I just that's one of the things that I feel that I'm going towards.
Okay.
One of my skill is also is children, early childhood, and I realize that I do have a passion for that, and that's what my background is. So I'm going with Opal, the child whisperer.
Ooh, okay, nice.
And and that's just based on how how I feel like I have affected children. How I'm affecting children.
Okay,
And the way you affect me, in terms of pushing me forward. The push up really allows me to start defining myself and realize, okay, this is what Opal is. This is what Francina is. This is what Tamala is. Tamala, the de-stressor.
Yes, yes.
Has really assist us also in terms of defining herself, and
Yeah.
you know, she's who she says she is, and you're who you said you are.
And I think that's, what a great take that as you're listening to all this, because I know you have some business desires, and I'll share this all the time. Any career seeker watching me right now, this is not news. I say every career seeker need to find their service or their widget that they can do on the side, because of the way the economy is. Being an entrepreneur is the way of life. It's not an option, it's required subject matter, okay, to pass go. So as we're talking about branding, whether again someone's thinking about being a newbie business owner, existing brick and mortar, you're in that career world. And I got to tell you, when I see career seekers win that, get that, you're hired, I'm going to tell you, there's 1 million rocket scientists, there's 1 million MBAs. And I've often seen the right person get hired, not because they were the best person for the job, okay? But they had their game on.
Yes.
I mean, branding was in 5th gear. When someone said, who are you and what do you bring? Bam. They had the right answer. They knew who they were. It was on the inside. They've massaged it. They've marinated. They knew what they excelled. They knew the things they had to work on. And they put their best thing out there. I mean, they maximized what they had. They minimized what they didn't. That's branding, okay? They did niche marketing. So on the career side, define yourself or be defined. I often tell people, watch those words, unemployed. I don't like anyone to call themselves unemployed. That UN means less than, unemployed. No, employed, I'm an employee. I'm looking for the right fit. But I am an employee. An employee is a different person than an unemployed person.
That's true.
Okay, it's all about mindset. Define yourself or be defined. So that whole segment about taking at the individual level, okay, I mean, I love that whole action orientation of doing with branding, okay, the representation with your business. It's all about defining yourself and be defined. What we're going to do, this is the surface, y'all. Y'all just touched the surface. We get ready to go in 3rd gear.
Right.
So stay tuned. Don't go away. Our experts are going to share. Yeah, they're experts. They're branded. They're on my show, so they're experts. We're going to come back and let you know exactly what you can do. Some lessons learned, best practices, and next steps to make sure that you define yourself instead of being defined. We'll be right back.
This is the Herbal Pharmacy located at 4215 Granby Street. You name the problem, we have the herb. If you don't ask questions, we cannot give you answers. Here at the Herbal Pharmacy, we're here to take care of you and all of the problems that you have. We do not use synthetic herbs. Everything is organic to help weed you off of your synthetic medicines and bring you back to God's natural herbs. We take care of you and all of your needs.
I was so embarrassed last week. I invited my sister over and we saw a roach.
When we had a roach and ant problem, we called the bug man.
I really don't want a contract.
Well, you don't need a contract, and he'll take care of all your pest problems.
Hi, I'm Tari Watford from Bugman Pest Control. Many homes and businesses don't need an ongoing contract. We operate on a no-contract basis. We can treat all your pest control problems and only come back when you need us. Call the Bugman today.
Hi, I'm Veronica McMillan, Executive Director for Let's Talk Incorporated. Our mission is empowering women and teen girls for life. If you need someone to talk to, you're hurting, or you're just in a place at life where you just need to move on, give me a call at area code 757-420-8232 or visit our website at www.letstalkinc.org. Thank you very much.
Welcome back to TC and Friends presents the Career Life and Business Show. I'm your host, Francina Harrison, the Career Engineer. Now, friends, when we left off, we got into some good meat about this define yourself or be defined. And we skimmed the surface in that first segment. We're going to dig deeper because I want these folks that are watching next door or across the planet to know what they can do Monday morning in their marketing, what they're define themselves or be defined. I got to hit Tammy first. I got to go back here because I know, we love I love small business owners. I love the person with that entrepreneur experience and ready to do the next thing. You talked about those homemade business cards. And before I even open up, because I know you're going to deliver on this, but I got to tell folks a personal, we're talking about lesson learned and best practices what folks can do. And I've said it in public, and I'm going to say it again. The biggest thing that turns me off when I meet someone with that business card is when I flip the back and I see free by a certain company with a V and a P and a .com. I mean, I go like, you wouldn't pay the little $25 to get your own cars made, but I'm supposed to throw business your way. Right. It's one of my pet peeves. It's one of those lessons learned. I literally flip over, pay for your cards. Am I crazy? I mean, am I on
Well,
point? What? I mean, I might be crazy, but am I making any sense?
Here's the thing about that. They can still get them for free,
Mm-hmm.
but if they pay attention, it's in fine print, very light.
Yeah.
Press delete. They
Okay.
use the same card,
And we never see it.
You would never know that.
Look at that.
That's just paying attention to detail. The
Wonderful.
problem is that most people, if they bake pies or if they, are in a particular industry, they don't have the knowledge and expertise on how to brand themselves, how to market effectively. They don't know that. They know what they do. They know how, again, to bake pies or to make flowers or to plan weddings. But marketing isn't their thing. But then they try to do everything because they're a solopreneur, small business. And one of the things that I remember from a long time ago, Cosby Show, Bill Cosby said, I think he was talking to Theo, he said, you cannot serve filet mignon on a garbage pail lid. No one will buy it. I don't care how good it looks. No one's going to get past that garbage pail lid to purchase it. So
good
with
point.
small businesses, especially those first starting out, I think it's key to have an advisory board. Someone can give you feedback on what you're doing. I see things all the time and, misspellings or poor grammar. No one has to know that you cannot spell, that you cannot write. No one has to know that.
So we can keep that on the down low.
Keep that on the down low. Have someone proof it for you, or again, hire a professional to do it, and keep that person on retainer, because that's what's important. You cannot be everywhere, but again, your business cards and your brochures and your website. If I go on your website and it looks like you just did it, or you had your 7-year-old son do it, or something, you could be the best at what you do, but I will never know that. So you have to make sure that what people see first, your business card, your brochures, your website, is indicative and reflects what you really can do. Because honestly, there are people out here who are making a lot of money, and they're not that great, but they know how to position themselves.
Right.
So that way, people, what they perceive of them is great, and people pay the higher price tag. And, they go for it. Simply everything that we purchase, we have generic and name brand. Well,
That's right.
Guess what? Some of the name brand companies make the generic products, just like batteries. But people may purchase the brand name because they see the commercials and they feel like they're buying the superior product. They feel like, I mean, they are.
That's right. That's
feel
right.
like, and they feel confident and they feel better about purchasing that product. So it's a strategy. You have to be very strategic about this. But again, if you're a small business with a small budget, at the very least, make sure that what you do present reflects what you really can do. And if it means calling in another person to say, hey, take a look at this, not your grandma who may say, baby, everything's wonderful, or, calling someone.
Well, there goes 1/4 of my advisory group, because I can't have grandma up there.
Someone who's objective and can give you an objective eye as far as, and they want to see you succeed. So,
Right.
Have someone like that to help if you can't afford, professional services. But, by all means, it is sometimes worth the investment to go forth and get someone who can really do a job well done for the entry-level businesses. Now, again, for the existing businesses, again, we're talking about building that expert platform. And that's something that when I started my business, I did not know that at all. I kind of ran into it and stumbled across it. And I tried to figure out why all these people, they're making all this money. And I know if they know where somebody, I'm like, wait a minute, that's not great. And then I see a smaller business who has the tool. I mean, they have it. But again, it's all about branding. And that person has positioned themselves as an expert. How did they do that? They said it. I'm an expert. It's that simple.
Isn't it that simple? Wait a minute.
It's that simple.
Let's retake that. So I want to be an expert. I think I'm an expert. I'm an expert. Is it that simple?
It's that simple.
All right.
As long
We can
as
all
you
do
back
that.
up what you know. And most of the time we have to realize that we know more than our potential client, our potential customer. We take for granted what we already know.
Right,
and we think that, I'm not an expert. I don't have this. I don't have that. Absolutely not. If you have knowledge, information that your average client does not know, you are an expert. And
That's
bring yourself
perfect.
in court and say it.
Say it, shout it.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, what do we say with that? I mean, again, whether we're talking about define yourself to be defined in business, on the personal side, you're an expert.
Yes. And
Lesson learned, best practices. Give it to us.
That is a perfect segue into where I'm going, because you look at the statistics. I don't know what the actual numbers are, but they say somewhere about 85% of people are unhappy with their jobs.
Oh yes, we're at we call it not unengaged or unengaged. There you
On the
go.
radio, actually 3% of people said that Monday was their favorite day. So 97% of people
Right.
Hate Monday
stand
mornings.
Monday. I wonder why.
Go ahead.
What that is? What that is that they've created this brand. based on the things they think they're supposed to do. They put on a show. And we're all actors. Most people don't realize that. We're all actors. And they go in and do that every single day. But they're miserable, stuck in the same place, not being promoted. You know why? No one's buying their brand because they don't even buy it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
They don't even
powerful.
buy it.
That's powerful.
Because it's just wrong. So if you will just take the time, it's not just like the fluffy stuff. I mean, really sit down and say, you know, what makes me smile? If I had everything I ever needed to be successful, what would I be doing? Those are the keys. Start seeing what would you do for free? Start paying attention to those things, and you'll start to get clues to who you are. A real dear friend of mine would always ask people, who you be? And they'll be like, oh, I'm an accountant, or I'm this and that. Nah, that's your job.
Yeah.
Who are you? Tamala, I am an artist, a healer, a teacher, and a guide. Anything that comes at me that doesn't fit one of those, I know up front I'm either doing it pro bono for this one little time, but it can't be the core because that's going to take me out of my brand, out of what I came to give. So that's really what it's all about. You have to get core and clear about who that person is and what your path is supposed to be.
So it seems like whether we're talking on the business side, and Opal, I'm going to want you to pull in here too, or on the personal side, your ability to brand yourself also keeps you from wasting time.
Exactly.
Because then you also know what's not an opportunity for you.
Right.
And I can say as a lesson learned, I see that all day long. The career side, folks going for anything and everybody. Consuming their time currency, which takes them away from being focused on what you're supposed to do. I mean, at the internal level, what you're supposed to do on the external level. So knowing your brand, defining yourself, lets you know where you fit. And we need to start leaving that other stuff alone. We need to start letting time, because isn't that just taking away time? We got about a minute or so. Opal, just join in here.
And that's one of the reasons why I partnered up with you, because I was listening to all those voices out there, and what you have done, you have allowed me to zero in on who I am and all the talents and gifts that I have inside. And what I love what Tammy says about, you know, someone, you know, branding themselves as the expert. I mean, there's, you know, there are tennis shoes companies out there and fast food companies that they said, I'm the expert on burger. And because based on the logo and that you see out there, you know, if you go into that, this is what you're going to get. You're just going to go in for the fries.
That's it. Oh yeah, them fries.
And surrounding myself, you know, and partnering up with you, I realized that when I, you know, going through all the process, I'll be able to define myself and know that this is Opal, and when you come to me, you are going to get, you know what I'm offering based on the brand that you see out there. You're not just going to get just, you know, a fluff and love. And what I don't like, Francina, real quick, is the stores that, you know, that don't, you know, invest in, you know, like their advertisement in terms of their, you know, the way the storefront is made. I mean, I don't go into stores based on the way their display is. Or sometimes business cards, as Tammy says, if I touch someone's business card and
it just falls apart.
Yeah, it's a turn off.
All right.
So I really think, you know, as you said, you know, taking the time to really, you know, seeking out expert advice in terms of, you know, getting yourself branded and, you know, producing quality products to define yourself is a key. Yeah.
Define yourself or be defined. That's our lesson today. That's our segment. And we're going to make sure that before you stop watching this show, you are going to be defined. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Winston Bursch, business coach with the Entrepreneur Source. With the Career Life and Business shows, you meet many people who are coaches in their own right. I would like to remind you just for a moment that in our lives, we often think that we can handle just about anything that comes up on our own. But look around you at the people that you meet in this show and give them the credit that they deserve, but more importantly, give them the opportunity to help you in your life. As coaches, they have experience which you can draw on to increase the value of your life and your business.
I'd like to have a picture of you like this in the dark shade night in dreams. You look like this real, so I'm not afraid to touch, to feel. that you can only see in the dark shade, night shade. Ooh, wanna take you home. I don't know what you're like in the light. Give me night shade. Night shade.
Let Frame Up Custom Frame and Art Gallery boost your mood with the latest in wall art design. Let Frame Up's professional designer come to your home or office. Let Frame Up help you surprise a loved one with a customized gift for a lifetime by shadowboxing a christening gown, athletic jersey, golf memorabilia, wedding keepsakes. I'm Pam Harris, owner of Shifting Wave Interior Design and Frame Up Custom Frame and Art Gallery, located at the corner of Baxter and Princess Anne.
Welcome back to TC and Friends presents the Career Life and Business Show. Listen, our experts have given some great meat on how to define yourself or be defined. I'm going to turn it over to you all, and here's what we want. We want our folks to know what they can do Monday morning. I want you to give them one thing that everyone can do. Of course, give your contact points if you have a phone number, a website, so folks can reach out to you. Tamla, start with you. Something folks can do and let them know how to reach out to you.
Okay, first thing you can do Monday morning is get real with yourself. How do you really want to be known? And then do that exercise I talked about. Ask 5-10 people to describe you in one word, and you'll see exactly what your baseline is as far as what your current brand is, and see what you really want to be known as, not who you think you are, okay? You can reach me. My email is Tamala Stuman, TAMALA STUMON @yahoo.com, or you can reach me through my website at spaepicure.com.
Thanks, Tim. Opal is a TC member. What do you think?
Well, as a newbie and getting ready to go into my own business, I really think that one should definitely do their homework and pretty much make sure that what they're putting out after they define themselves, after they do their homework and take the advice from Tammy, our expert, and Miss Tamala, our expert, definitely just reassess, and definitely whatever you're putting out, it is who you are, and not what someone else has told you. Just go inside and pull out who you are as a person.
Excellent. And Tammy.
All right. For the newbie, I would say if you're new in business, you're just starting, or you've been in business 1 year or less, look at all your materials, all your marketing materials, and see who your customers are, and then refine that. If there are some tweaks that needs to be made, definitely make sure that's done. For the person who's more seasoned, on Monday morning, say you are the expert, and in your bio, whatever you have, put expert next to it. So that's what you want to do. If you want additional information on me or my company, you can visit us online at www.synergy, and that's SYNERGI group.com.
Excellent. Couldn't have said it better. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to the Career Life of Business Show. Let me give you something that you can do on the career engineer side to make sure you define yourself or be defined. Simply this: know who you are, what you bring, stop settling, and position yourself to select. Just that simple. You can do that each and every Monday morning. I want to thank my friends for being with me. I know now that the folks who will listen to the show today will know exactly how to define themselves and stop being defined. Listen, make sure you tune in with us next time. We're going to have some fabulous guests and my friends who's going to make sure you can take it up a notch in your career, life, or business. But I can't let you go without a push-up statement or a push-up word. Remember this: the road to success is always under construction. Don't worry about it. Just always, pray, be well, stay focused, stay fixed on what's for you. Don't get anxious, get prepared. We will see you next time.
Don't get anxious, get prepared. Thank you for joining us on the Career, Life, and Business Show. Tune in next time to learn how to make Monday mornings better in your career, life, and business. Have a question or show idea? Contact us at thecareerengineers.com. That's thecareerengineers.com. Thank you for watching the Career, Life, and Business Show. We will see you next time.